Lil Joe UG from downtown. Chirimanye is the soul.
Yeah, God is our strength.
God is our strength.
There's nothing that can equate to our God's strength.
True story. Yeah. And if you want to know something about Lil Joe, he is the psalmist. Usually, a one day on the drive, we call him Lil Joe the psalmist because he is the type of artist who will sing songs that are upbeat, you can dance to, but then at the same time, you can they preach to you. You can actually worship God with them. Even if you're on the dance floor, you're actually worshiping God. You're singing and shouting, but then your spirit is getting attached to the throne of Jesus Christ. Lil Joe Downtown is our artist in 5 for today. Originally from the East, not Munyankore, but Munyori by birth. Did you know that Lil Joe is a Munyori by birth? All the way from the East. Those are the people who bought taxis or buses going through Nambole to, let me see, Ginger. They crossed the Nile Bridge. Those are the people. And Joseph Madamba is his real name. Joseph Madamba came to Kampala in 2009 after school had failed, and this was at the age of 15 years of his life. His life in Kampala started in Chivuli, where he first stayed with his uncle, who had told him to go back to the village because life was hard. He couldn't actually look after him. But guess what? The so determined Lil Joe, Joseph Madamba, refused and decided to sleep in Bibandas for about a whole month. He was hustling and sleeping in Bibandas just to stay and remain stuck in Kampala. Sijakuva Kampala, that was his rhyme. After his uncle realized that he was too determined to stay in Kampala, he decided to get him a job. His very, very first job was at Britannia, and he was loading and offloading goods off of trucks, where he was paid 3,800 shillings per day. This is the amount of money Lil Joe worked for every day at Britannia, which was his first job. Later on, he moved on to his second job at Kitty's restaurant, where he worked so hard but also managed to make friends with a few artists who used to visit the restaurant frequently, like Holikena Moti and some of Watoto instrumentalists who used to have lunch and food from there. You can imagine how God actually plans your fate. Imagine he worked at a restaurant, and little did he know that the friends he made are the friends who, would inspire him into the industry. But in the meantime, for a young man who gave his life to Christ in 2007, the desire and passion of singing was all he had. And this saw him actually performing at his local church. He was inspired by artists, American Christian rappers like Lecrae and Triple. So he actually used to mime songs of Lecrae and Triple in church, at his church. Those are songs he used to mime along with, or sometimes actually sing them. And life went on. He made connections. He made friends with artists like Holikena Moti, and he just admired them from the background. He actually told me that he used to look at Watoto instrumentalists at the restaurant where he worked, and he would admire their lifestyle. He would admire how smooth they lived, not knowing that his time was coming. His time was actually on its way. And in 2016, Lil Joe took the bold step of recording his first song, Mercy Follow Me, from a very small studio in Pererwe. And Mercy Follow Me miraculously made its way to the gospel airwaves. Miraculously. And since then, Lil Joe has never looked back. Now, with songs like Omukono Go, Webari, and many more, Lil Joe has never looked back at all. And he says he is determined by fire, by his life, by whatever he has. He is determined to forever release music that glorifies God and ministers to his people. He says he only has one chance to do this. And actually, if I could quote him, he says, in the grave, you cannot do anything. In the grave, you cannot turn, you cannot breathe, you cannot smile, you can't do anything. I only have one chance to do this.
That's right, because when it comes to what I do, I do it like
you're dying.
There's no tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
So that when it gets to that level where you have to throw in the towel and say, let me focus on something else. I think this journey is, I've walked this journey.
Yes, that's very true.
You will not have those regrets like, I wish I would do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now Lil Joe actually told me that the things that inspire him on a daily basis, as he does his music, as he does whatever he does, his respect for people. He told me that even if it literally means to become a dog for you, he will, because it doesn't matter. That's what the Bible tells him. For him, it's the Bible that guides him. And if the Bible tells him that respect so-and-so, even if that so-and-so is 10 years younger than he is, he doesn't care, because that's what the Bible tells him. So respect for people, and on top of it, working like he's dying any minute. Those are his inspirations, and that's why he has gotten as far as he is where he is right now. And of course, he works along now on GMP. He's, I think, one of the people you don't even bother searching for. When you just, one of the first artists you look at is Lil Joe. Yet before when he was just starting out, you had to first go into L, the alphabetical letter L.
A big shout out to Deza.
There's a promotion, Samuel, GMP, all you guys. You have done a great job. That's very true. You have done a great job for this industry. And today, our artist in 5 is Lil Joe. We celebrate you, Lil Joe. I hope that you have learned something from Lil Joe's story, that it's never too late and you're never limited by problems or situations. If you're determined, you can stay and stick to it, guided by God. All you need is Jesus Christ and determination, like you're dying now. Live like you're dying now.
Follow me, massive follow me, massive follow me, favor follow me, favor follow me, massive follow me, massive follow me. Mukama tego kutiro kusaba kwange, ulile dobosi okugera kwange, eyikwenyi musama sogange, yakutunula kutushoyisasira, kubango ni mulunjo yangu okusonyiwa, oinekisa olwawo okusunguwa. Okusatira ko kalbera no wesikwa baino mukisabo mukama bakwenziga nange sare onyamba ngane sikwa